Alright, we're in. And I have entered the ninja. So I just realized, because I was just playing on my own, I tuned back the sound. Let's fix that real quick. Let's just fix that. There we go. That sounds good. Alright, so I am a level 14 ninja, sub-job beastmaster. I know that it would be faster to get in a team, but honestly, I just want to solo as a ninja. I really don't want to. I'm not interested in playing ninja, not really. So, yeah, I'm just gonna solo for now. Also, I would have to level up warrior if I wanted to really level up ninja. Like, I'd have to get warrior up to at least level 15 as well to be a sub job so that I can be a ninja tank. I'm not really interested in that. Not really interested in doing that at all. But because I sub Beastmaster, yeah, I can just solo. Basically, I can just play the game like I'm a Beastmaster, except I have my dual katanas and ninjutsu. Which, oh yeah, I have ninja magic. Hold up. Yeah, here we go. Utsasemi Ichi. I'm like my hero Naruto. Alright, so that that gives me 3 shadows that will absorb damage for me. That's why people like ninjas to tank. That's literally why. But I think on this server they... Let me just check something. I think they nerfed down Utsasemi. Like, I think they gave Utsasemi a longer recast time, so you can't... Like, you can't as easily just spam your shadows and stay alive. So they made ninja tanking a little worse. But I think where they kind of made ninja better is they boosted the elemental damage spells of ninja. The only problem is that is way too expensive for me. Like, every time I cast Utsasemi Ichi, I need to use a Shihei. Shihei? I think that's Shihei? And 99 Shihei, that costs about... I mean, it cost me about 2,900 gil for a stack of 99. A stack of 99 will last me quite a while. But for the elemental stuff, if you want to use the elemental damage of ninja, that is going to be a bit more of a commitment. Like, if you want to make use of the elemental damage, you're going to be buying multiple... Like, I think there's, what, like 7 different elements? And you basically have to use them sequentially. That's how the damage works. So you have to use seven different spells that use 7 different materials, and each material is way more expensive than Shihei. Like, I'm talking like 10,000 gil for a stack, right? And you have to buy 7 stacks of these each. And that's just so that you can use your spells, right? Like, so that you can effectively use your spells. So you're looking at like a 70,000 gil investment to buy 99 of each element, right? But then on top of that, like, on top of that, I mean, you know, if you're actively casting spells as a ninja, you're gonna run out of, like, you're gonna run out of materials very quickly. So it's not like it's a one-time purchase of 70,000 gil, it's 70,000 gil constantly. Like, you are going to be just dumping money into Ninja. Just dumping money into it. But I guess the thing is, that's what some people like about Ninja, and there's certain classes in this game that, like, certain classes, I call them rich people classes, because normal players just, they won't have the money to support playing such a class, right? I'm gonna have to rest my health already. Oh, I think my pet's gonna kill itself on this thing. Probably for the better. I need to rest my health anyway. Alright, and already time to rest. How far into my level am I? I'm about halfway there. Yeah, I'm a little over halfway through my level, so... I'd say my goal, I mean, right now, my current, like, the current long-term goal for Ninja is to get level 25. That's, like, once it's level 25, it will be an acceptable sub-job for whatever class all the way up to level 50. Like, that works, that's fine. But I'd say my short-term goal is I want to get at least level 15. Like, 15 is as high as my thief sub-job is, so it would be equally effective to use either one. But I'll see how I progress, how difficult it is. I don't know, it's always a little less motivating to play as a class that you don't really want to play, but it's just, you know, it's just for a sub-job. Alright, all rested up. So Utsa Semi is not, it's not really expensive. I mean, it's like, it's less than 3,000 gil for 99 uses of the spell. That's fine. Like, I don't worry about the money on that one. It's, if I wanted to do the elemental damage spells, then I'd worry about it. Then I would worry about the money. Okay, that's only a level 8 enemy. I mean, I guess I can charm it, and... yeah, I'll charm it as my pet for now. I feel like there aren't as many good places to just, like, camp enemies in, like, in Lathine Plateau, I kind of feel like there's just not that many good enemy camps here. You sort of end up wandering a lot. Also, do I have any job abilities? Just the 2-hour ones. I think this big ravine I think that's where I leveled, like, around this level. I think this is where I did it before. Like, when I was a Beastmaster, I think this is where I did it, but I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure the exact level range on this. I know that the cave is inside of the ravine. I know I did that around level 20, I think. Like, I think I was around level 20 when I went. Well, okay, this bee is level 12. That's... I mean, I wish I could charm that, but I have a pet right now. Here we go, here we go. Okay, so... the Goblin Digger, yeah, just... I'm gonna put my pet on him, get it killed, and then I'm gonna charm the bee and use that instead. I want a pet that's a little more, like a little closer to my level. I've got Charisma Ring, so I should be able to charm it. Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail. I mean, look, I'm not a Beastmaster, right? Yeah, my Charisma's not as good as it could be, but I have those Charisma Rings. I have those Charisma Rings. There we go, we got him. We got him. So I have a decent con pet now. There we go, just... Look, I mean, the strength of ninja, right? I gotta play to my main class strength, and that is, well... I have Utsa Semi, so use it. Okay, these are level 9, so I'd say that, like, this area is probably where I want to be leveling up. Probably. Maybe. So I'm gonna go ahead and... yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Empress Band. Like, this is why I like to level up Beastmaster first. Like, every time I hop onto a new private server for FF11, I always go Beastmaster first. Like, that's my first advanced job. And I take it all the way to 50. And then higher if I can. But 50 is kind of my first goal, right? And the reason is just so that I can solo easier. Like, you stick Beastmaster as a sub-job onto anything else, and it works great. Like, it just makes soloing so much smoother. Oh wow, the wasp is really stealing aggro off me. It does a lot of damage, I guess. Also, I think I got a new weapon skill. Yeah, I got Blade Retsu. So, okay, Blade Rin is a critical damage attack, so it has a chance to critical. So Blade Retsu is a twofold attack that paralyzes the target. I'd say that I probably want to use Blade Retsu more than Rin. Oh, hey there, good job. I'm just the old Final Fantasy, as I'm still not feeling great from allergies. had the allergy attack yesterday, and I still don't feel good. I still feel horribly nasally and stuffy today. Though I'm not sneezing every 20 seconds still. That's an improvement. Also, I just realized, I mean, I never really thought much of it, but... So, like, they call these katanas the, yeah, like, the class of weapon for the ninja is katanas, but then there's great katanas. Like, great katanas are the two-handers that, I mean, I typically associate with just katana. Like, normally I would think a weapon like this would be called, like, a wakazishi, something to that effect. But no, here they're just, it's all katanas. I mean, look, it's a Japanese game, so I'll trust that they know what they're doing, but... Oh god, I can't imagine both allergies and, so I haven't been keeping up, is the whole, like, you know, smoke thing in the air, is that still going on? I just haven't heard anything about it in quite a while. Okay, so let me try my blade. Hold on, what? Okay, it's level 11. Blade Retsu! 58 damage. And okay, it paralyzed. Good. A paralyzing attack. Oh, the paralysis wore off just in time for it to heal itself. As it does. Well, I mean, at least it's a little calmer. Also, we really need rain. There has not been rain in quite a while here, and like our garden is just dried out. The grass is pretty much dead. Like there is not enough water for those plants. The garden hose isn't gonna cut it. Also, it's getting expensive. Doesn't attack me. Hope we're all good. Oh, I think this pet's going down. Oh yeah, there it goes. Oh, that goblin is like he was just making a line straight for me, but he backed down. Okay, that is a tough goblin. I do not want to deal with him. Okay, I think maybe this ravine area, if I go any further, I think I'm getting into more difficult than I can handle enemies. So I'll kind of, I don't know, just explore further east, I guess. Oh, also, hold up. Ninja magic. Gotta refresh that. There we go. Got my mirror shadows on. My Naruto jutsu. Yeah, I have never watched an episode of Naruto. All I know is I don't know, there's lots of ninja running and orange jumpsuits and I don't know, people like they do a weird log replacement ninja magic that I don't know, it's weird, but I have never seen a single episode of Naruto, even though it has been incredibly popular for a very long time. But nope, I missed it. Oh, Rock Eater, that other one is on my pet. That's not great. But I guess it's better, you know, better on the pet than me. I mean, look, a lot of people like Naruto, so I assume it must be good, right? Like, I can't really, I feel like also I can't really shit talk on other animes that I haven't even seen because, hey, look, I used to love Dragon Ball Z, right? And I don't, you know, thinking about it, it probably wasn't the best show, right? Like, just thinking about it, I'm pretty sure there was way too much filler and that it didn't have much actual plot, and the characters were just sort of there. You know, so I guess I can't say anything about anime, right? I have no taste. Yeah, that paralysis effect on Blade Retsu, it really works. Oh, I'm almost up to level. I just want to get my health up some more because I don't like being caught unaware. Well, I don't really think of character development when I think of Dragon Ball Z, but I mean, I guess to be fair, there is character development. Like, it's really slow and spread out with tons of filler in between. But yeah, there is character development in there. Like, I know the joke about Dragon Ball Z is that it's just like, you know, 30 minutes of dudes screaming and grunting at each other as they power up, and it can feel like that sometimes. It certainly can. Yeah, there is in fact a lot of powering up in Dragon Ball Z. But to be fair, I mean, okay, doesn't Naruto have like in place of powering up, they just have like all those weird hand gestures, throwing down their ninja gang signs. Like, I think that's what they have in place of that. Ooh, these thick shells are, in one more level, those will be a good match for me. In one more level. Okay, so one more kill should level me up. I just gotta... I have to find something to kill. Also making a note of like where I found those thick shells at. I will want to come back to them. Okay, that goblin ambusher is kind of... Uh-oh. Goblins have such a goddamn tendency to turn around and move directly at you at the most inconvenient time. Like, they have a real knack for it. Oh god, I love that. Like, oh, big gaps after, you know, 100 episodes in. Look, I'm scared to even ask how many episodes of Naruto there are. Okay, this goblin ambusher's lower than me now, so get in there and murder it. Now, I know my Gale Bats are not going to be able to murder that. But I can get rid of my current pet and replace it with this thick shell. And I think the thick shell will probably survive a little better. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not a Beastmaster, so it might take me a few tries. This is the rough part of being a /Beastmaster. When you fail charm a couple of times and you really gotta get your run on. Oh, I should put my Utsasemi on. Really get that on. I will admit I'm a little more prudish with that than I should be. I should, like, the powders to use that ninja magic are not super expensive. I should just use it. Like, just use it. Ooh, man, that ripped 3 of my shadows off all at once. Okay, well, need to rest now. Oh god, 720 episodes. Well, like, okay, how many episodes are in a season? Because, like, basically, how many seasons is that? It sounds like a lot, though. I think there's way too many shows that they overstay their welcome, and you know, or they just become forever shows, and then you just sort of forget about them. Yeah. I kind of feel like, for most shows there's kind of a sweet spot where, like, okay, like, I can think of a lot of really good shows that only lasted like one season, like 1 or 2 seasons, and it's like, oh, you know that if they had more time, this could have gotten so good, right? There's a lot of shows like that. But then there's shows that go on for like 10 plus seasons, and it's just, you know, the quality just goes down and down each season. But I feel like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I feel like 3 to 5 seasons, right? 3 to 5 seasons is, I think, the sweet spot, where you have enough time to tell your story and get all the character development in there, and you know, you can tell a good, long, fulfilling story, and then wrap it up, and you know, and everybody's happy, right? because I often feel like shows that are only 1 or 2 seasons, they get cut short, right? And like, even if they tell the story they want to tell and then wrap it up, it's like, oh, but you want more, right? But then, yeah, you don't want it to go on forever, because you can't keep the quality up. You just can't. Like Supernatural. God, I sat through every single episode of every single season of Supernatural. And look, it was a shit show after, yeah, about season 5, I want to say. But I still sat through all of it. Yeah, I've never actually sat through a whole run of any of the Gundam series. Like, it's kind of funny because I've played really good Gundam games, but I never really got into the shows. I should really give them a chance. Like, they didn't seem bad, and they didn't seem like they were just packed with filler or anything like that. I think especially with anime, that's the problem, is that they tend to just really be overpacked with filler. And of course, you've got to have a summer bikini episode in there. You know, the summer beach episode, right? You got to have one of them in there somewhere. Uh-oh, my pet uncharmed. There we go. I'll just end it. Blade Retsu. Look. If I'm playing a ninja, I have to get into character. Okay. I even got the headband. Okay. I got my Naruto headband. Utsusemi. Man, like, the funny thing is, it doesn't even cost that much. Like, it consumes 1 Shihei powder every single time that I use Utsusemi Ichi, and, like, it costs 3,000 gil for 99 of them. And I have 279,000. Like, really, that's not an expense that I should be worrying about, right? But every time, like, I keep hesitating on using Utsusemi because it's like, yeah, every time it's costing me something. Even if it's costing me very little, I just, like, I don't know, it's always there in my mind. Oh yeah, I have always wondered about Gundam, since, I mean, they have many series of Gundam, right? Are they do they tell a continual story? I guess that's the thing, as someone that may want to get into it. Do the Gundam series, like, is it, like, does one series begin where another ends, or is it like a weird retelling every time? Basically, is it Silent Hill or Resident Evil? Fisher here, I wonder. Like, I wonder what you can fish up in this little pond here. Considering there's no one else here, I assume nothing good. Or else I figure there'd just be fishermen all over this place. check my status. Okay, the EXP is coming along. It's going. So then, like, is it a mixed bag where, so some of the series tell a kind of sequential story, but then, like, are there other ones that just, they're kind of a retelling, a reimagining? I don't know, I mean, I guess, you know, the best start is always at the beginning, right? Like, I guess if, you know, when getting into a series, you should probably start at the beginning, the first one. It's just, sometimes the first is not always the best introduction. I wonder if these thick shells aggro. I wonder. Let's test that out. I don't know, it looks like they don't aggro, so I will just maneuver my body over here. Okay, charm! I got him! First try. Okay, so it gets a little messy then, is what you're saying. That's fine. That's fine. I'm trying to think, like, I'm trying to think of what like, I saw a little bit of one Gundam series, and this was back in, like, the Toonami days, right? I think it was just Gundam Wing, I think? Like, I remember Wing was in the title. This was... again, this was quite a while back. Again, Toonami times. God, I miss Toonami. It was great. They had some real nice bumpers for the shows, too. Oh, okay, so Gundam Wing was the first... Okay. Like, the thing is, I never really sat through, like... basically, I'd be, you know, channel surfing to Toonami. You know, I'd catch Toonamis on, right? And it's like, okay, what do you got? And it'd be like, oh, an episode of Gundam Wing. I don't know, it looked interesting, so I watched it, but, you know, that problem of kind of tuning into the middle of a series where you have no clue what the fuck is happening. Bit of that problem. Man, television. Also, I feel like I'm getting more nasally the longer I sit here and talk. God, I sure hate allergies. Specifically hazel allergies. God, it's terrible. We have a nice big hazel tree. So sorry if I'm going total nasally nerd voice, but it's the allergies. Oh, that's a metallic body. That's the stone skin, which is not the worst thing it could do. The plus defense, that's the worst thing the crab can do. I hate the plus defense. God, it makes killing them take so long. But it's great when I'm a Beastmaster and I'm summoning a crab pet and I tell it to do that. It works great for me. Crab can tank like 3 enemies at the same time with that. Oh no, my eye. So I don't know what it is, like, I'm sitting here with closed windows and everything, but like now my eyes are getting very watery, and the only thing that's changing is that we're getting into the afternoon now. So maybe the plants pollinate more in the afternoon, I don't know. I wonder, what level is the water elemental? 18. I could take him. Well, not right now, but if I was on my level 50 Beastmaster, I could take him. Okay, we got worms, but then we have Goblin Fisher. I'm just gonna go for him because, like, I don't know what he's gonna do. I don't want him to interrupt me while I'm fighting other things. Uh-oh. Oh, we got problems. The thick shell has turned. And just kill it. Oh, this is gonna be a bit of a problem. I have too much in my inventory. So the fast water fishing rod, I mean, that's not. I know it's not valuable. Just get rid of it. That'll free up a slot. I don't need this scroll of blind, because I already have that. Okay, so I have 3 inventory slots free. That's not great. That's really not great. Let's kill the worms. They'll be the easier kill. The solitude of soloing in this game. Of having lots of time to rant to yourself. But I will not group up as a ninja. I have no interest in ninja tanking, and that's, like, I know for a fact that's what I'd be doing. And also I'm way too cheap to I am way too cheap to use the elemental magic of ninja. Like that, God, that's expensive. It's too, like, ninja is way too expensive. It's an like, ninja is a bit of a rich man's class if you want to really be good at it. The thing is, I don't want to be good at it. I literally just want it as a sub job so that I can dual wield and I can use Utsasemi. That's it. Like, I just want to be able to dual wield battle axes as a Beastmaster. That's my motivation there. Alright, let's see, let's use Utsasemi. Oh, I realized my my EXP boost failed. I am wondering if I should use it again. I mean, yeah, like my inventory is almost full. I'll have to go back to town soon. But I guess I don't know. I'm level 15, right? I can take the chocobo back out here, so not too like it's not hard to get back to where I came from. Alright, getting that HP up. Oh no, my nose is whistling now. That's gonna be hard to hard to cover. Yeah, man. Summer can just go away and die. Bring winter back. Or at least, I don't know, at least fall. I'm okay with fall too. Okay, there we go. Get my hope ring back on. Like, I'm not even using the rings that I should be using as a ninja. Like, as a ninja, I should probably be using either agility or dexterity rings so that either I critical harder and I'm more accurate, or I dodge more. Like, that's what I should be using as a ninja. But no, I'm using charisma rings because I insist on being slash Beastmaster. I insist on it. I just remembered these sheep can totally use, they can use sheep song, like they can put me to sleep. Which, I don't know, it's not too much of a problem if it sheep songs me, and then it fights my pet. I mean, you know, because the pet dies, who cares, but if it sheep songs the pet and then fights me, then we have a bit of an issue. There go my mirror images. I wondered, okay, is there enough time to... Well, okay, he turned away, but... Yeah, there's not really enough time to use my Utsusemi, like if an enemy is actively targeting me, there's not really time to cast that while you're under attack. Oh, the coughing begins. Oh, it's uncharmed. There we go. It's always, you know, you gotta wrangle these things. You gotta wrangle the pet, keep it under control. Also, total aside to anyone still listening, I know it's one of those days. But I was looking for some games because, you know, I do have those new emulators to play with, but also I was thinking about just some games and things in general. And oh, hey there, Burn. Oh. Huh. Oh no, Donald Duck just just gamer words and leaves. It's oh. I mean, you know, I would suspect Daffy Duck more of that kind of thing, but you know, maybe Donald, he's good at hiding it. But what I was wanting to say is I've been thinking about something, and that made me want to look up to see if there's any games about it. And there are one in particular that I'm really interested in. So I was looking up Animorphs games, because Animorphs, for whatever reason, I was just thinking about it again, right? I liked Animorphs. I didn't get to see the TV show. I don't think it's very good, but I want to see it still. But apparently there's some games. There's a PlayStation 1 game, and there's a Game Boy Color game. Yeah, that's the one I was interested in. The PlayStation Animorphs game, it just looks like a really boring, bland platformer. But the Game Boy Color game, it's basically Pokemon, but with like animal morphs, right? And that one really interests me. Like, I never knew that existed, but the concept alone really interests me. Oh no, well, so like when it comes to the darkness of the Gundam series, even as someone who only I only caught like a glimpse of a few episodes on Toonami back in the day, right? But from what I saw, I mean, it seemed like it definitely had some, you know, some dark undertones, right? Oh. Yeah, there's Now look, I haven't seen too much of Game of Thrones either. I've seen nothing of Game of Thrones. But my understanding is that there's a whole lot of both violence and also sex and also combining the two together. Like, my understanding is there's a lot of, you know, not romance, the other R word. There's a lot of that going on, right? Like, but but like everybody loves that, right? Everybody loves it there. Yeah, I always got the impression that the main theme of Gundam, even as someone who literally only ever caught parts of episodes, I mean, my takeaway was, yeah, war bad. Not, you know, like, I mean, yes, also, giant robots are cool, right? But I think this is a problem not unique to Gundam. Like, okay, let's talk about dystopian cyberpunk fiction, right? And whatever message they might have, it always kind of gets undercut by, whoa man, cyberpunk is cool. Like, you know, nobody really, like, the whole, you know, the whole dystopian society that is on the brink of collapse, like, that goes right over people's heads. Oh, hold up. The cat came in and she brought something in. Let me park myself in a safe spot. She brought a bird in. Okay, one sec. Alright, I'm back. I had to dispose of the bird. It was, oh, she keeps bringing in these adorable little brown birds, like brown and black spotted feather birds. They're adorable, but she keeps killing them. Also, just catching up to the chat real quick. But yeah, on Gundam, I do kind of feel like there's a little bit of a, you know, a conflict there of, yeah, you have the war bad message, but then also the, you know, like, look, those robots are really damn cool, and you want kids to buy those figures. Oh, who am I kidding? It's gonna be grown-ass adults that buy those figures, not kids. Listen, they're not dolls, they're not action figures, they are highly detailed composite models, alright? I think I need to get a, I actually don't think I have a Game Boy emulator ready to go. I don't think. Or wait, I think I have a Game Boy Advance emulator though. Which, I mean, the Game Boy Advance was always backwards compatible with Game Boy Color games. I wonder, can you load those up into a Game Boy Advance emulator? I wonder. Like MGBA, let me check real quick, because I know I have something, but I didn't think it was a Game Boy like Color. I thought it was a Game Boy Advance thing. Let me check that out. But if it'll work, I guess. Yeah, I have MGBA. Now this is a very old version. Yeah, it's from 2016. But I'd assume it would work all the same. So, okay, I have something that'll work. There are a couple of, like, there's a couple of Game Boy games, like Game Boy Color, Advance. There's a couple of them that I really like, and I would like to replay, and I'm sure there's ones I've never heard of, too. I mean, for the Game Boy Advance, I mean, it's been forever since I played Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, right? But, that actually, as much as I love that game, that wasn't my favorite Game Boy Advance game. My favorite Game Boy Advance game was, well, I guess technically it was two games. The Golden Sun games. Like, the two Golden Sun games on the Game Boy Advance, those are great. Like, those are some epic-ass RPGs, and I was kind of surprised that such epic games could just be on, like, the Game Boy Advance, right? Blew my mind. Well, I haven't played any Metal Gear games other than that shitty virtual simulator thing on the PlayStation 1, and I didn't know what the deal with that was. I feel like I should probably play, like, a more mainline Metal Gear game at some point. Though I don't know if the Metal Gear games are really my thing. I do like stealth games, but I'm not sure if it's for me. I tend to like stealth as part of survival horror. I'm not sure I'd like stealth as just a stealth game. Also, I need to get rid of some of that stuff. I can't carry it all. I guess I could get rid of the Batwing. I only have one. Alright, that works. That works. Also, yeah, look, I hate to admit it, Burn, but I mean, for the longest time, I only played Pokemon games on my Game Boy, right? Like, that's what I'm actually pretty sure that's why I got a Game Boy. Like, I literally think I only got a Game Boy because of Pokemon. So, yeah, it was basically my Pokemon machine. Oh, huh. Alright, get your Metal Gear on GOG. Yeah, I think, like, I think I was definitely not alone in being one of those kids that, yeah, only really had any interest in a Game Boy because of Pokemon, but I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? Like, you only get a console or handheld or whatever because there's a particular game you're really interested in playing on it. I mean, that's usually how it goes, right? And I do want to say that Pokemon was pretty unique when it came out. Like, I'd never played anything like it, so it was worth the price of admission. I mean, I never ran into any, like, as far as, like, technical issues go, I never ran into a single bug or anything playing Pokemon. I mean, maybe I just literally didn't notice. Like, maybe I was such a dumb baby I didn't notice, but I don't know, like, they may not be the best made, and they may be very bare bones, but I don't think they're the worst put together. I think they're a bit of a technical marvel that they managed to pull it off on the Game Boy, but still. Ooh, level up. Level 16 Ninja. Yeah, I'm sure that there was, like, a lot of under the hood stuff that was happening, and like maybe my game was just totally corrupted, but nothing that was, like, you know, nothing that was immediately noticeable to me. So I'm level 16 and my inventory is full. I feel like maybe I should go back to town. Oh god. Name that Pokemon! But it's like all 1,000 of them. Like, I can barely name the first 150, right? Barely. And now there's so many ridiculous Pokemon. It's Ooh, we got wolf zombies out. Oh wait, I have no pet. I just realized I have no pet. Yeah, my pet died back there. I somehow just didn't notice. Yeah, I mean, there are some goofy designs even in the first generation of Pokemon, but I don't know, I do feel like the quality has kind of gone down with each generation, and it's not that, like, it's not necessarily a nostalgia thing, it's more that I think the original run of Pokemon, they all more or less filled a specific niche. They, like, you know, you had a snake Pokemon, right? Like there was a snake Pokemon. I'm pretty sure there's multiple snake Pokemon now, right? Or, you know, multiple lines of snake Pokemon. And same goes for cats, right? Like, you know, there was one line of cat Pokemon, and that was it. Whereas now there's several, and I think it's just a problem that as you go on, I mean, you know, you're gonna run out of unique things at a certain point. And when you have duplicates, well, they'll always just be compared to the original, right? Well, yeah, it's like, you know, you have multiple cat Pokemon, but then it takes you a while to get to certain other ones, so... Oh man, all these bats. All these Zubats. Them's fighting words. No, I always liked Ekans, even though it's just snake backwards. But I don't know, specifically Ekans, I always liked him. I don't know, that's a cool snake Pokemon. I'm trying to think like what my favorite, like of the original run, what my favorites were, and I don't know. I legit like Grimer. I don't know why. I think I don't know. Grimer is great and adorable. I also always liked Coughing. Like Grimer, Coughing. I don't know. I like, not Magnemite, Voltorb. So kind of the object slash trash Pokemon, if you will. I always liked those for some reason. So, you know, and naturally as the generations went on and they made more trash Pokemon, like literal trash Pokemon, you know, I was all about that. I do like the ghost Pokemon, I will say that. They're fun. And also, I will say, maybe it's because I watched too much of the show, but I always kind of, like for most of the Pokemon, not all, but for most of them, I really prefer the initial form as opposed to the evolutions that they do. You know, like I like Ekans more than Arbok. I like Coughing more than Wheezing. I like Grimer more than Muck. So like I just kind of keep them like that rather than evolving them. Though I know, like like gameplay wise, it's always better to evolve them, right? Because they literally just get more stats, right? And I always kind of hated that. I feel like, oh, you should just be able to, like, you know, Pikachu it, right? Just Pikachu it all day long. Yeah, the ghost. Well, I mean, isn't I thought the way that it works in Red and Blue, I thought that, like, you know, Psychic beats Ghost, but Ghost beats Psychic. I thought Ghost abilities were good against Psychic. I thought. Like, I thought they were like the weird Pokemon that are just good against each other, but... Huh. Huh. Although, wait, isn't... I might have this backwards, but I thought that Psychic's weakness was, No, Psychic is strong against fighting. I don't know why. I thought that, like, the fighting Pokemon were strong against Psychic, but... No, wait, fighting is strong against a normal, I think. I'm getting my types mixed up. Uh-oh, big scissor. Blade of Retsu! Alright. God, I love being a ninja. Oh, I should use my ninja magic. Okay, got my shadows back up. And oh yeah, I wanted to go back to town because my inventory is just overflowing. But there's so many things to kill. Wait, there's no bug moves in Gen 1? Or am I misreading? I know Gen 1 of Pokemon had some things, but... no good ones. I mean... Yeah. I mean, there weren't really that many... Well, I guess that's the thing. When there were only 150 Pokemon, there weren't really that many of any type of Pokemon, right? But I guess, yeah, there was just some issues with the move list for quite a while. Like, I won't pretend that red and blue were perfectly balanced or anything, but I think a lot of these weirdnesses, right? I think as kids, both as kids and just because Pokemon was... I mean, think about it. Pokemon was really new at the time, right? Like, nowadays... There's wikis, like there's multiple wikis devoted to every aspect of every Pokemon game, but like back then there were no wikis, you know, there was no pre-established fan base. It was fresh for everyone, right? So I think a lot of these things that nowadays people have had time to kind of break down, I think we just didn't notice back in the day. Like, we were just playing the game and having fun, and we didn't really notice. Yeah, I think, like, a lot of this stuff you wouldn't really notice when you're playing the original Red and Blue. You know, you just wouldn't notice it. You'd only notice it when you play later games, and then you go back and you're like, wait, why does this work? Why does it work this way? I should try to make my way back to town. I keep saying I want to go back to town, but... I wonder, how many conquest points do I have? Not a ton, but not bad. I'm thinking I might just eat the instant warp scroll to go back to town. Also cut Pokemon speedrunning. Again, I just sort of convulse every time I hear the word speedrun, but I get it. I think that other Beastmaster probably killed most of the stuff out here. I'm noticing it's very light out here. Also, again, sorry I'm like all slow and stuff. Yeah, I was considering just not doing a stream, but I didn't want to miss 2 days. But I just, yeah, oh, I feel so slow. Like, if I stop, probably I'd just take a nap, and I don't want to do that. Do not want to fall into slumber. Well, I got 2 bat wings. I could turn those in for the quest now. Which I do still need faction standing. Yeah, The thing is for me, like, I love doing this, but, man, like, keeping up a certain level of energy and conversation and everything it's tricky when you just kind of want to, like, close your eyes and fall asleep because, you know, your nose and throat are just on fire. Just want to nap. I just want to escape to a nap for a bit. Like, it's hard. I'm hoping I'm not making, like, I'm hoping that I'm not making my sinuses worse by talking a lot. But again, I already skipped out on one stream. Can't do it again. Though, I mean, what I really want to do is I want to get back to the PlayStation emulators over on Kick. I was having fun with those, and I've decided that I'm doing the PlayStation stuff over on Kick, and also maybe eventually get around to, like, I don't know, Leisure Suit Larry, you know, the stuff that isn't porn but is just not, you know, Twitch doesn't like. But I like to, you know, on a new platform, I really like to give it the 110%, you know? And I ain't there right now. I am not there. Oh, this goblin is only 1 level lower than me. Well, I'm gonna have to tame a new pet. Hold up. There's some Gale Bats over here. They are only level 8. Like, those are level 8, that will not do. Okay, the Mad Sheep is level 13. That's good. That'll work for me. Here we go. Okay, get my Utsasemi on. I really hope that my Retsu attacks, I hope that paralyzed it. I hope. I don't think it did. Oh, nice. I mean, Parasite Eve. Oh, that is a favorite of mine. Yeah, like, again, I think I've said it before, like, I've probably said it many, many a time, but yeah, the PlayStation era, like PS1 and PS2 combined, that's kind of my favorite era and platform for games, if I'm being honest. There were just so many gems in that time period. God, I really need to give Star Ocean 2 another chance. I mean, the main reason I stopped was, I wasn't quite feeling it, but then also it's just, honestly, I just don't have a good, like, I don't have a good setup to physically use my PlayStation with a capture card here. I just physically don't really have a good way to kind of lay it all out and conveniently to me. I can use one or the other, but it's hard to work with both PC and console at the same time, just with the layout I got. And the power outlets. So now that I have an emulator, like, okay, I could get around to... Oh, I lost a crystal. Hold up. Get rid of these veggie seeds. But yeah, I mean, now I could more easily just play around with, you know, PlayStation games that I didn't get around to before. Also, I do feel like there were a bunch of decent, like, you know, licensed games on the PlayStation. It wasn't a complete shit show like what came both before and after. Also, I don't know, Clock Tower 2 still seems fun to me. I mean, oh god, so one thing I played it a little bit on Kick, but I would like to all the way play Blazing Dragons, like to really go through the whole game. I love Blazing Dragons. I mean, come on, it is a Monty Python-esque adventure game. It's great. With so much recognizable voice talent, like so much. And the thing is, I'm not even a huge, like, Monty Python fan, but, like, it's a great game. Very funny. But that's one I kind of wish, like, I wish Donna could get more into PlayStation games, because, like, that is a great adventure game. And she likes adventure games. It's a shame she can't really get into those. Nice! I got Cure 3. I give them the friendly wave. I do wanna, like, I do actually wanna play through Bubsy 3D. I wanna do it. But the thing is I would like to play good games on the PlayStation before I get to the really bad ones, you know? Also, I wanted to go back to town. I'll kill this skeleton sorcerer, and then I'll go back to town. Oh yeah, I've heard good things about Legend of Dragoon, although, again, if I'm playing a Legend of insert thing, I really want to play Legend of Legaia, because that's a game that I only rented, and I thought it was a really fun, unique RPG. But I only rented it, so I never got to finish it. That's something I would really like to play, and I think people are much less familiar with Legend of Legaia, so that might be a little more interesting to kind of, both on a personal level and just to, you know, to show to people. How much XP am I in? I mean, this will put me up to, like, what, 2,000? Yeah, exactly 2,000. Well, let me teleport back to town. I have a very loaded up inventory. Though, wait a second, actually, I have 2 inventory slots free. I got 2 slots free. Hold up. Yeah, with 2 slots free, I could... Well, okay, I want more flintstone. I have like 11 flintstones, right? If I get 1 more flintstone, then I can sell that as a stack, so I probably want to do that. Oh, the pet, oh boy, the pet, hold up, it decharmed on me. I never liked Tekken. As far as fighting games go, the only fighting game series that I ever really liked was Mortal Kombat. And I know that Mortal Kombat is generally considered to be like not an amazing fighting game series, right? Like compared to other series. But I don't know, I always liked Mortal Kombat, and I never really, I think I played a Tekken game on the PlayStation, but I just never got into it. Oh, there was one fighting game that I really liked on the the PlayStation 1. Was it? I think it was called Bloody Roar or something like that, where you. I'm not even sure exactly what the plot was supposed to be, but everybody could like they all had like animal transformations. I really liked that. Like that was kind of a unique fighting game to me. Which I guess you could technically consider Bloody Roar to be like, oh, proto-furry game, but I don't know, it was really, that was a fun idea to me. Like it was a fun concept. And it played pretty good too. I'm just looking for another flintstone, but nothing's dropping it. Oh, also, I just realized I'm level 15, or you know, well, 16 now, right? But level 15 is when Ninja gets all of its elemental magic. The thing is, I don't think I want to go down that rabbit hole. Like every time I do my Utsu Semi-Ichi, like that consumes a powder. But it's a different powder for each spell, and there's like 7 elemental spells, and you have to cycle them in order. That is so much money just to cast spells. I wanted to get a full stack of flintstones. Honestly, they don't sell for that much. It's like maybe 300 gil. I can do without that. So I'll kill these bats, and then I will use my instant warp scroll, and we'll go back to town. I should at least take a look and see how expensive the ninja magic is on the auction house. Like, at least give it a quick look. Alright, we're using that, and I'm only like, yeah, I'm only like 1,300 away from level 17. The levels are going very quickly. Alright, back in the Oreo. The sandiest of Oreos. So I'll get Signet again. Alright. So I guess I have a lot of things to just sell. Oh no, we lost the run farm. Okay, but we have Norvalen. What can you buy from Norvalen? Arrowwood, Crying Mustard, Blue Peas, and Ash Logs. Well, okay. So yeah, I don't need all these earth crystals. Really don't. And they're not really worth much either, so I don't feel too bad to just sell that. Same goes for all this copper and zinc. Now the bat wings, I could save and turn those in for a quest, and I think I should, so... Alright, am I killing anything that drops fire crystals? I mean, not really. I guess there's some of the goblins, right? Some of the goblins drop things. Huh. I didn't... Wait, I think I actually did stream the first Legacy of Kain. Like, I'm pretty sure I did Blood Omen, like, straight off of my PS3 with my capture card. I did play a few PlayStation games with my capture card before I moved here. But that would have been a very long time ago still. Like, that would have been quite some time ago. But I will say this, the first Blood Omen, I really like that game a lot. I never played the second one, although I don't think it's... I mean, from what I've seen, it's a very... I mean, honestly, all the Legacy of Kain games have a very different tone after the first game. Like, even Soul Reaver, it keeps a little bit of that, but it's a very different tone. I did like Soul Reaver, though. The first Soul Reaver, I really liked that game, but I have not played that in forever. Yeah, I think I actually, I used to have the demo disc that had, like... Yeah, I think I had the demo disc of, I forget if I had... I guess it would have been the Gex one. But yeah, I had that demo disc with... Wild times. Alright, so while I'm here in town, are there any better weapons that I can get? Can I acquire better katanas? So right now I'm using the Shinobi Katana. But it looks like there is the Mokuto, which has additional effect of silence. Huh. It's not a very, like, it's honestly not a very good weapon. Like, it does less damage than the Shinobi Katana, right? You know, it does the same damage, but it's slower. I guess it silences, that's why you would use it, I guess. Huh. I don't think I need that. what about scrolls? So again, I don't really think I want to get into the ninjutsu. I'm only leveling up ninja as a sub job. But if I wanted to, okay, so okay, look, here's the way that this ninja magic works, alright? And here's why I probably won't really make much use of it. So the way that ninja magic works, outside of the more utility-based spells, so let's take Katon Ichi. So, okay, so you deal fire damage, so they're direct damage spells. So you deal fire damage, but it lowers resistance to water. So then, okay, then you need to find a water one, right? So what deals water damage? That's wind. This is earth. This is lightning. Okay, so this one's water. So, okay, you start with the first one, right? Deals fire. Oh, hold up. Package! Package, one sec. Alright, that was my my package of curry powder. I need curry powder for seasoning my oven wedges, you know, my potato wedges. They're just not the same without curry powder, the good curry powder. Alright, alright. So, just to kind of, to go back to real quick, just the whole ninja magic thing, right? So, okay, you use the fire spell, okay, that does fire damage, it weakens to water. Then you use Suiton Ichi, which, okay, that deals water damage, and it lowers resistance to lightning. So then you use Raiton, which does lightning damage, and it weakens to... So, you get it, right? Like, it's, I think there's about 7... Let me see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... There's 6. Yeah, there are 6 elements. So you have 6 elemental damage spells. Each one does 1 damage, and then it lowers resistance to another. So basically, if you want to effectively deal magical damage as a ninja, you basically have to cycle through all 6 elements. Like, you just go down the list, cycling through them, going from one weak element to the next. And that's how you do it, right? And that sounds good. That sounds nice and fun, right? You're going through the elemental wheel. Here's the thing, though. Each one of these spells requires a different reagent to cast, just like Utsasemi does. So imagine carrying 6 different ninja powders in your inventory, like 99 of each ninja powder. And, I mean, basically, once you start nuking, you kind of have to go through the cycle, right? So imagine going through 6 different ninja powders every fight, and if the fight goes on long enough, you'll be going through multiple rounds of that. And each one of those ninja powders costs money. Like, for some of these ninja powders, they can cost like 10,000 gil for a stack of 99. So imagine just hauling around like 60,000 gil worth of spellcasting reagents at all times, and that you're going to be burning through that constantly. Like, ninja is not a poor man's class. Ninja is a wealthy class. Or you should be, if you want to play it good. I don't want to play it good. I just want to... I literally just want to be able to dual wield, and I want to be able to use Utsasemi. And those are both pretty cheap, so I'm good. I need to do a quest to up my inventory spaces. I need more space. Oh, huh. I mean, I'd be down to check out, like, demo discs and stuff like that. I'd be down. I find the idea of a demo disc to be fascinating. It's something that, I mean, it's not really necessary anymore, you know? But it was sort of a cultural thing, right? And it was almost a cultural thing, I want to say. Like, who knows what you'll get on the demo disc? Your wildest dreams could come true on that demo disc. Oh, I'm still selling, right, I found a bunch of wild onions. Those are, I mean, they are worth gil. They are worth gil. Oh yeah, I wanted to see how much it actually costs to buy some of this ninja magic, like Suiton here. How much does that cost? 3,500 gil. 4,000 gil. So here's the thing, I really don't want to get into the ninja magic thing because it costs so much gil. But at the same time, like, I may want to level up my ninjutsu skill, and the way to do that would be to cast ninja magic. What I could do is I could just pick, like, I could pick the cheapest possible ones and get the ninja powders for that. I could do that, right? So, okay, what are the most cheap, plentiful things that I can possibly get? Okay, so Surara, that only costs 2,000. That's nice and cheap. That is, yeah, that's a 10k one. No. So Surara is only 2,000 gil. That one's like 4,000. That's 9,500 again. Yeah, Jesus, these things cost so much. I think there's really only one, like, actually cheap one, and that's, Surara. And that's used to cast a Hyoton. So, okay, let's see. Hyoton. That might be, like, I'll get a ninja magic just so that I can practice it, right? So, Hyoton is... So that deals ice damage, and it lowers resist to fire. And then Katon is fire. Dude, that one costs a lot, though. So we'll go with this one. How much does the scroll cost? 4,000. That's a little pricey. A little pricey. Okay, I got it for 3,900. So we'll go with Hyoton Ichi. And then let's buy the ninja powder for that. Which is Surara. Like, that only costs, like, around 2,000, right? Oh, I couldn't undercut it. Damn. Okay, so I got Surara. Okay, I'll try this out. I'll try it out. So I can at least just say, hey, I've got ninja magic. I have a ninja magic. So let's see, the way that I set things up, I think like Utsasemi is kinda, like, that is so important, it should be the first thing on my bar, I think. Yeah, so that'll be the first thing on my bar. And then my weapon skill, and then Hyoton. Hyoton Ichi. And this is, that's the ice magic. Well, it's ice and then to fire. I think that's the way. Okay, it's ready and equipped. I also burn, as far as unlicensed products go, I mean, you know, they're still out there. Unlicensed products are in fact still a thing and still out there. It's just there is a little more tight control on that sort of thing now. I mean, yeah, I do have a working PlayStation 2 emulator now, so I don't know, like, what are bootleg PS2 games? I wasn't aware that there were ones for the PlayStation 2. Oh god, just GTA but with Dragon Ball skins. That sounds kind of great. I'm down for that. Hold up, I will pay my 100 gil for a chicken. It's so nice to have access to my chocobo again. Makes getting around a lot easier, a lot quicker. I mean, when it comes to, like, I guess not really bootlegs, but I guess what I'm more familiar with is seeing strange mods for PC games that do this sort of thing. You know, like making a weird Slav jank version of Morrowind, that kind of thing. I'm thinking about, like, okay, when I get around to playing, you know, nice PlayStation 2 games, I'm not really sure what the first game I want to play on the PS2 would be. And there's a lot of good choices there. And I do want to play a good game. Like, I don't, like, the channel's not just about garbage. It's, you know, it's interesting games, right? Interesting games. I mean, actually, you know what? Since we've talked about it before, it's been a very long time since I played either of the Dark Cloud games. Like, it's been a real long time. And I will admit, like, especially the first Dark Cloud, I barely remember anything about the game. Yeah, people come here for that sweet flaming garbage. But it's just, I don't want to get caught in that trap that I think a lot of, like, a lot of retro gamers get caught in, where I mean, look, oftentimes really bad, janky games, they do tend to be interesting. I'll give it that, and that's why I play a lot of them, right? But it's easy to get caught in the trap of just playing shitty games because, oh, look at the shitty game, right? Like, but I like to kind of make sure it's all for a purpose to show, hey, this is interesting, right? I still think I would really like to play through the original dot hack games because I never finished those. Like there's a lot of things I never finished. But yeah, I never finished the original 4 dot hack games. I usually give up around the 3rd one, I want to say, and it's just because the games can get so repetitive. But they're good. Like, they're good games. It's just they're really repetitive. Oh god! Oh my god! Dynasty Warriors 4! I fucking love that game. Like, I did a lot of couch co-op with Dynasty Warriors 4 back in the day. Like, I did a lot. Like, that was one of my favorite games to play with friends. Man, remember playing games on the same couch. And we didn't even have to socially distance ourselves on the couch or nothing. But yeah, God, I love Dynasty Warriors 4. Fucking love that game. I remember it had some kick-ass music. I remember that. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I really liked like I really liked the first 2 Jak and Daxter games, or well, the second one was just called Jak 2, right? But I liked those. I think I preferred the first one to the second one, but they were both good. And I mean, yeah, like Ratchet and Clank, that's great. I guess I can try to give Sly Cooper a chance. Oh wait a second. There was an RPG Maker on the PlayStation. Like I thought RPG Maker was always just a PC thing. I thought. I tried to play one, I'm not sure which Devil May Cry it was, but Dunna has one, and I tried to play it, and it's like, it's not that I don't like arcade style games, because I have a lot of big titty anime arcade games, right, that are like, they have a really high skill ceiling and they're really fucking hard, and you know, I like those, but with DMC I don't know, it just wasn't doing it for me. Like gameplay wise, it wasn't quite doing it for me, and I couldn't say why. Huh. Oh my god, there's RPG Maker even on the PlayStation 1. Whoa. Wild. Wild. Also, hold up, I have ninja magic now, so I should try to use it. Hyoton Ichi! So how much damage does that do? Oh, well, that ain't bad. Like, 31 damage is not terrible. It would be a lot better if I used it the way that the game wants you to use it, which is to, you know, to go through the elemental wheel, spending millions of gil to crank out black mage levels of damage. You know, if I did it that way, it'd be really effective, but... I actually like the... I mean, let me see, how much damage do I do with my weapons? Let's see... Yeah, I mean, actually, the ninja magic does more damage than my weapons do. Also, I see Dunna is home. So, so that I don't die? I'm gonna log out to the title screen for a sec. So, give me a sec. I'm not sure. Am not sure if we'll have time still, or no, gotta cut it short. Not sure. So, give me a moment. Give me a moment. BRB. Okay, I'm back. We're good to go for a little bit. Oh, nice! I got a error. It's because I went to the desktop or to the title screen. So yeah. Okay, well I have to log back in. Give me a sec. So okay, re-logging into Horizon. And oh, let me catch up to chat. Oh, I see mention of Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I was always maybe a little biased. I thought it just wouldn't be good, but I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game. But I don't know if I want to start. I feel like that's a whole thing. That's a whole other world. I'm not sure I'm ready for it. Also, we're logging back in. We're logging back in. So I logged out because, so the thing is, when you have a charmed pet and you don't have the ability to release it, yeah, like it'll just, like if I go AFK and then the pet turns on me, like I'll come back to a dead character. So always log out when you got to AFK with a charmed pet. Good idea. I guess the thing is one of the reasons I never got into Kingdom Hearts, other than the Disney thing, the other reason was just that, like, I don't know, they're not the same kind of JRPG as like a Final Fantasy game, right? Like they're generally different vibe. And I don't really, I don't know. I don't think that's what I want. But I think, as an aside, for, weird to think of it as a genre, but for character action RPG slash beat 'em up slash whatever you want to call that genre, the PlayStation 2 era was very good for that kind of thing. Like, really good, I think. If you can go down in there. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, like there's a little pathway. Yeah, you can totally go down there. Huh. Or if there's any mobs to kill down there. I wonder. I I guess I'd have to go down there to find out. Yeah, I kind of feel like the whole character action genre, I kind of feel like that sort of died down after the PlayStation 2 era. Like, I think you still got them into the PS3 era, but like, by the time the PlayStation 4 rolled around, you just never really saw those kinds of games very often anymore. Like, I don't want to say it's a dead genre, it's just not a very popular genre anymore. And oh yeah, like there's a few franchises keeping that whole genre alive, but it's not like the old days where there were just tons of those types of games floating around. We're in a character action recession. I mean, wait a second. I mean, I don't consider, like, I don't consider... Oh, one sec. Oh, there's some discussion of the cat, sorry. Which I guess she's getting a bit of a, delayed reward for that, bird she brought in earlier. Oh. But oh, I got a little distracted because I was trying to think of, so I just saw like the Souls series and mentioned, and it's like, that's not a, I don't consider that character action, because then again, the character action thing, I don't know, I think of that in a very specific way. Like, you know, where's the line between action RPG and character action RPG? And I guess it's a blurry line, but I haven't looked at anything about 16. Like, I haven't looked at anything in depth about FF16. I just sort of, I don't know. Like, I'll look more into it at some point, but I just get such the feeling that like Final Fantasy has passed me by, you know? I'm not sure if I'm just a curmudgeon-y old man, but I really feel like Final Fantasy as a franchise has kind of just gone past me, you know? Like, the reasons that I liked the series for so long are no longer really what the series is about. So I've been trying to rip the band-aid off and kind of, you know, detach from the franchise. At least the modern games, anyway. Oh, God. My charm fail. My charm fail. There we go, got it back. I mean, I don't know, like, the thing is that I feel like the older Final Fantasy games have more in common with just, like, being a traditional RPG, like in the very traditional sense of an RPG. I feel like the older games have a lot more in common with that. Like, when I mean like the Super Nintendo games, right? I mean, hell, even the PlayStation 1 games, I mean, I feel like, you know, they diverge a lot in setting, but they still have a lot of those old elements from the Super Nintendo games in there. And then, I mean, like this right here, right? Like this, I consider to be like one of the last classic Final Fantasies. Maybe 12 as well? Kind of. But 12 also really strayed from the formula. But I just mean, like, they have a sense of being a classic, typical RPG. Like, with very kind of iconic, recognizable things from both, you know, as being iconic Final Fantasy and just iconic RPG, right? And it's hard to really exactly quantify, like, exactly what I mean, but it's little things, like, I don't know, in the Super Nintendo games, you go to a town, right? And you have, like, oh, the town has the little sword symbol, that's the weapon shop, and, you know, oh, the bag symbol, that's the item shop, and the armor symbol, and, you know, it's all very classic fantasy in a way, like, even in things outside of Final Fantasy, similar imagery would be used, like, for store signs, right? So you know where you're going just at a glance. But it's just all kinds of little elements, both in the interface and the game itself, that are just classic, right? Like, classic, simple, easy to recognize. I feel like as the Final Fantasy games went on, things got more convoluted, and they got harder to just recognize at a glance, right? Like, again, it's hard to really quantify this, but like, I think of when I first played Final Fantasy XIII, and they started throwing all of these alien words at me that don't mean anything to anyone unless you read the, you know, fucking compendium that they include with it. Like to me, that's like hard straying from being recognizable fantasy, right? Like, fantasy doesn't need to be complicated. It doesn't need to be convoluted. I mean, most fantasy, the fun of it is the simplicity, right? Like, at least for me. At least for me. Oh, nice. Level 17. Oh, need to charm a new crab. I think I've found a pretty decent kill spot here around the lake, so I'm just gonna stick to it. But I don't know, I guess for me, like, there is a certain fun in things being fairly straightforward and easy to recognize, like just at a glance, right? And I think you really lose that the deeper into Final Fantasy you go. Like, the newer you go. But again, I don't know, these are things that are just, they're so hard to quantify. I mean, I also was really, like, I will admit, playing Final Fantasy X and not having, like, a proper world map that you could actually explore, like, you know, like, to scale, that really upset me back in the day. Like, I remember in FF10, when you eventually get the airship, and then it's just a world map. It's literally just a JPEG of a world map, and you just move the cursor around and choose where you want to go, like that. Like, to me, even though functionally it's almost the same thing as physically wandering the world map, like that alone made the game feel less fun to me. And, you know, that was only one thing. I still loved FF10, you know, I still liked it. I mean, I even liked 12, right? But it's just, from that point onwards, more and more things started changing away from I mean, what had been the established formula since the beginning, right? Like things you look at as being iconic Final Fantasy. And the more things changed, it's just one of those things where each game I found I was liking the game less and less, and at a certain point, it's like, yeah, no, this isn't for me anymore. It's not. I mean, I hope 16 is more of a return to form. Like, I'm not addicted to turn-based, you know, like turn-based gameplay. I prefer turn-based gameplay in my JRPGs, but I'm not you know, like I don't have to have it. I can do real-time too. It's just, for me, it's more about the pace of combat, you know? Like, I mean, actually, think about what we're doing right here. So the thing is, this is technically real-time, right? But like the combat is not like, it's not super active. Like I don't have to run around and dodge AoEs, and you know, it might as well be turn-based for how slow the combat plays, right? Even though it is real time. But the reason is because even in combat, like I have time to go through my menus. I have time to carefully select what actions or spells I want to use, right? Like, it has the spirit of a turn-based game, even if it's not literally turn-based. So that's kind of what I prefer. But, you know, it's a lot of other things that changed that made me turn against Final Fantasy as a franchise. And yeah, ATB. ATB is fine. ATB is absolutely fine. But I will say this, what I played of 15, I'm gonna admit, like, honestly, I think 15, what I played was closer to form than Final Fantasy 13. Like, I think 13 was really just, it was a hallway. It was an unfun hallway. I didn't like it. 15 is not a hallway. So 15 was a little better in that regard. Oh, hold up, my silver cat has come in, meowing all crazy at me. So give me a sec. Give me a sec. I'm gonna hope that my pet doesn't kill me. I'm gonna put my shadows on, and then I'm gonna go feed the cat real quick. Alright, I'm back. Cat has been fed. And hey, lucky, the crab didn't turn on me. But, okay, like, to go back to the FF discussion, like, yeah, it's kind of funny, because, like, I did legitimately like Final Fantasy 15 more than 13. However, I beat 13, I did not beat 15. I literally only got like maybe 3 hours into Final Fantasy 15, and then I just gave up. And it's not that I, like, again, it's not that I thought it was a bad game or nothing. It's just I kind of had that realization that, like, yeah, this isn't quite for me. This isn't really what I want. Not really. Like, the series has moved on from what I want, so I just acknowledged that and I stepped away. And I think it's good to be able to do that with a series that you love, but at the same time you realize that, like, yeah, I love the old games. I don't really like this. Like, I don't even like it. I literally do not enjoy this, so I probably shouldn't, you know, shouldn't push myself to like it, right? But if they can, like, I don't know, if they can really bring it back around, you know, I give it another chance. That's the thing, I'll give it a chance. If they really, really bring it back around. I mean, yeah, well, that's another issue, is that, like, yeah, a lot of that, you know, a lot of that initial talent just aren't there anymore. I mean, when you think about it, that's the same reason why, like, you know, the American Silent Hill games aren't really very good either. You know, I mean, just because you have the name does not necessarily guarantee that you're getting the same quality, right? But that said, like, I honestly don't think there is a bad Final Fantasy game. Like, I don't think any of them are bad, even the ones I don't like. They're not bad, it's just not for me. Man, I hate when the camera just gets stuck in a tree. I wonder if I can get a spell off in between. Yep, I can. Yeah, I still, like, okay, here's the thing, even with the Silent Hill games, I don't necessarily think they're not god-awful or anything. They're really not. You know, like, the American Silent Hills are not terrible. It's just, I don't really, like, as far as, okay, let's clear our head and organize this. They're not bad as just general-purpose horror games, right? They're really not bad there. And they do have their moments. Like, even Homecoming has its moments. But you can really tell that the American team there, they don't really get it, right? Like, they don't quite understand exactly what people liked about it. And that's how you get Silent Hill 5, or 5, yeah, Homecoming, where the main character, like, can fucking, you know, dodge roll combo breaker enemies and just, like, it's just ridiculous. It becomes a different type of game. Like Homecoming feels more like a beat 'em up than a horror game. And I think generally that's not what they were going for, right? I don't think they intended to make, you know, a Silent Hill Ransom, the beating 'em up side scroller. I don't think that's what they intended. And hey there, Hell Smasher. We're going private. We're on Horizon. I'm really liking it. I'm just poor boy ninja-ing right now. Well, poor boy ninja beastmastering. Beastmaster for life. Let's get Pokemon up in here. It's still weird to me that so many people just hate Beastmaster as a class. I mean, I think especially on this server because they buffed Beastmaster. But even just normally, I like Beastmaster. Like, Beastmaster is fun. I really like the class. And, I mean, hey, if you like retail, good for you. I literally can't play it, but, like, the thing is, I haven't played Final Fantasy XI, like, not hard, not really, since, like, the Chains of Promathia expansion back in, what, like, 2004 or something like that. So when I want to play FF11, I kind of have, like, you know, I have that want to go for the era that I am familiar with. And right now, that's the era this server is in. Like, I only generally play on classic era private servers. I mean, I'm sure the stuff that came later is cool and all that, but it's such a different game. It's not really what I'm going for. Oh, I realized I'm almost dead. I get so distracted just not even looking at my health bar. I just don't even pay attention to it. So I will rest up my health after this fight. I'm keeping that TP in case I have to murder my pet, in case it decides to turn on me. Let's see, okay, well, 17 ninja, right? Okay, we're not quite halfway into the level yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Also, I wonder, like, I'm a very solo-oriented player. I love partying with people, I do, but I'm not really... I've never really liked ninja. It's just not my thing. Also, I don't have nearly enough gil to be good at ninja, so I don't really party up with it. But, I wonder, how many people are on right now? So, by area. Let's see. There are... 1,211 people on right now. That's what I get for playing during EU hours. It gets more lively at night. Well, night for me, I guess that's kind of the prime time US, right? That's all of these private servers are just generally mostly popular in the US. And oh wait, I did see one. I saw someone Japanesing in the Yell chat, like maybe yesterday. So I have seen a Japanese person on this server, but it's weird. You never see them on private servers usually. Or I guess probably they have their own private servers. I would imagine they probably have their own. Look, I remember on retail back in the day. I remember seeing that big bold letter JP only. All right. I remember that. Very strong JP only. And I can't even blame them. I can't even blame them. Oh, someone's moining. Hold up, I should throw him a hoo-hoo. There we go. Uh-oh, pet turned. Well, you know what? It's almost dead. Let's finish it. End it now. Okay. So let's see, we got a 14 and a 13. doesn't matter too much. Alright, I should use my ninja magic more just to level it up. Like, obviously, I don't even have any more than this one spell, so it doesn't, you know, doesn't matter that much, but, oh, wait, no, I don't need to recast that. I don't need to recast that. But I need to get my actual skill up. My ninja magic skill is not very good, and while I don't really intend on using it all that much, because I don't want to main ninja, I would like to at least level it up a little bit. Who knows, at some point I might actually want to use ninjutsu properly. And I think they, like, I'm pretty sure Horizon did buff up ninjutsu. Like, I think they made it both more accurate and just do a little more damage, too. Because I know that, at least back in the day, at least back in ancient old times, no one ever really used the damage ninjutsu for ninja. Like, what I remember is back in the day, people liked ninja tanks. Like, they really liked that Utsasemi Ichi and Provoke combo. But, no one ever really just used ninja as a DPS class. Like, it was just unheard of. You don't DPS with ninja, you just tank with it, right? At least that's how it was back in the day. And on most private servers that don't change the classes any, it still plays like that. But on this server, they nerfed down Utsasemi a little bit. They increased the recast timer by 10 seconds, so it's a little harder to ninja tank. And they made the damage spells a little stronger and more accurate, so here, it's more common to see ninjas actually acting like, well, like, I don't know, wizards, basically. They're Asian wizards. The only problem is that it costs too much gil. Like, it really costs way too much gil to properly be a ninja. I guess I wouldn't mind it if I'm in like if I'm in some sort of party where their goal is to, I don't know, do some kind of high-end content to beat a specific enemy or whatever. I could totally see using the ninja magic for that. I could totally get it, but I don't know that I would want to. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to use all the ninjutsu in just a normal EXP party. Like, that would cost so much gil, it would just be stupid. Like, in a good long group, you would come out of that, like, negative several thousand gil in the hole. Like, and not just several thousand, but like, I mean, most of this stuff costs like 10k. Some of it's a little less, but I mean, I'm thinking it would be like a minimum of like 40k that you would just be out at the end of a party. That just doesn't sound fun to me. That sounds really not fun. But I think maybe I'm looking at this with the wrong perspective. Like, look, I'm looking at ninja from the perspective of someone who barely has any guild to their name. So for me, obviously, the idea of spending like 40,000 gil every EXP party is just lunacy, right? But I guess like for some millionaire player, which, I mean, even in like the link shell that I joined, there's tons of people that are like that. I guess for such wealthy players, like dropping a, you know, dropping like 10 to 50,000 gil for an EXP party is just what you do, I guess. But me personally, I have never been that wealthy in Final Fantasy XI. I don't know what that feels like. So yeah, I'm playing it the poor man's way. And I'm thinking, let's pop that EXP ring again. So take all my charisma rings off, Empress ring on. Yeah, I'm over halfway to like the leveling up is going incredibly smooth and fast. I guess my main goal for right now, I mean, I started today at what, level 14? Yeah, I was level 14 when I started the stream up about not even 3 hours ago, so we're doing pretty good for levels earned. And I've just been, yeah, just Beastmaster soloing. Oh, hey, speaking of, there we go, there we go. Oh, what? There's a Twitch updates. Oh no. Every time I get nervous. But let's see. So I guess my goal here for Ninja is, I mean, I definitely want to get level 20. Oh, I didn't realize my pet was that low health. I didn't realize. Well, I am a ninja. I can fight it out. I can tough it out. I got shadows and shit. I mean, if you hop in, well, I guess the thing is I have to make dinner soon. Soon I gotta make dinner, and but I guess after I can play a little more, I think. I mean, all I really want to do is I want to level up Ninja some more. Which, I mean, you know, it's I don't really like Ninja. I don't really like the class. I like the dual wielding. I like the stat bonuses to Ninja, but I'm not really a huge fan of just the class. It's too goddamn expensive. But I'm down to, like, you know, level sync down and just do stuff. I'm down for that. God, I still like seeing the obscene amounts of gil that some people spend just in normal gameplay for certain classes, it's terrifying. That sounds good. Again, like I mean, I'm gonna have to even, you know, cut the stream in a little while because dinner soon. We usually do dinner like between now and, you know, like in probably a half hour or so, like within that. So I don't want to commit to anything right now. Like right now, I probably should just keep doing what I'm doing. But after, I'll be good. After I will be good, I think. Oh, I could, if you're still doing Black Mage, if you're still doing that, I did get rid of all the apple juice that I made, but, I can reliably craft apple juice now. I mean, apple juice isn't terribly expensive. It's like 250 to 300 gil a bottle, but I can craft it cheaper than that. And the thing is, I guess, like, I'm the type that, so I guess this is kind of the attention problems, right? But, like, when I struggle, I struggle. I mean, that's why I didn't do a stream yesterday, because, you know, the allergies were just beating me down too hard. Could not focus at all. But when I'm focused, I'm focused. Like, I am the type that when I get into something, I mean, I'm cool to just do it for hours, right? And with a game like this, I get into it. I don't get into it as much as some people, like, I mean, you take what I'm doing here, I mean, I can pretty much break whenever I need to, so that's how I like to play. But, yeah, I get in there, And also, I don't know, like, so the thing is, because you mentioned meal prepping, even when I feel like shit, I like cooking. That's the thing. I really like cooking. So even when I don't feel great, I'll cook anyway, because, I mean, it just, I don't know, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better. I mean, look, in the past, like, when I lived in the US, like, I was the kind of guy that I ordered out way too much. I had way too much Domino's pizza, okay? I think I lived off of that for, like, sometimes a week at a time. I had lots of kind of pre-made food that all you had to do was stick it in the microwave or throw it in a deep fryer real quick, right? But you know what? Like, I didn't like that, and I felt terrible. But also, I didn't really know how to cook very good back then. Like, I didn't really know how to cook back then, so cooking was a struggle for me. But then I learned how to cook here, and now I love it. I'll just do it. Yeah, oh god, I know. Like, I mean, fast food here is so expensive. It is, and like, the fast food here is amazing, but it is so expensive. Like, there's a really great burger joint that we like here, that delivers too, and they make the best burgers, but like, their burgers cost like 10 euros or more each. Which is ridiculous for, like, you know, a hamburger, right? But they are the best. Like, they are the best burgers. But that's very different than, like, you know, like, getting, like, you know, a burger and fries at McDonald's for, like, $2 or whatever, right? Like, it's very, very different from that. Yeah, like, I mean, at least where I used to live, and it's been a few years, but, like, still, and yeah, like, for just, like, $2, you could get your meal at McDonald's, right? Like, it wouldn't be a great meal, but you could live off of it, technically. You wouldn't starve to death. But, you know, like $2, or the equivalent here wouldn't even, like, that wouldn't even be 2 euros. Like, you can't even get a side of fries for 2 euros here. Like, a side of fries, the cheapest kind, that's like a 250 euro thing here, for a small side order of fries. Yeah, I mean, no, like, I've seen the 15 to 20 euro gourmet burgers. I've seen those. And that's too rich for my blood. But, like, even just the idea of, like, a 10 euro burger is, I mean, at first it was insane to me, right? I was like, I ain't paying that. But then I had one, and I I don't think I can go back. Like, I don't think I can eat cheap burgers anymore. But that said, I can't, yeah, like, you know, I can't eat burger, like, I can't eat a nice burger and fries every day. I can't do that. That's too expensive. I mean, also, that's terrible for your health, right? You shouldn't live on burgers and fries. Oh, the tip. I mean, here, so, like, I mean, what's standard here is about 10%. Like, that's standard. So normally when we order, like, fast food, we order for the both of us, and normally it costs between, like, 20 and 40 euros to order for two, to order fast food. The delivery is usually free, which is great. Like, free delivery is great. But I'd say like 30. 30 is kind of an average, so like about 15 euros each. So like 10 euro burger and then a side that's about $5. Usually a large order of fries, right? And on a 30 euro order, we usually tip like 3 to 3.5 euros, so like about 10% or so. And that's pretty standard. Oh, I love it. It big scissored my ass. Ugh. Oh wow, that's a lot of loot. Like that, man, that crab just exploded like a loot piñata. Well, I think, I mean, I think in the US the reason why, like, they want such high tips is because I don't think they actually pay their employees properly. Like, that is the thing, is generally the employees of the fast food joints here, they are paid enough to, like, they're paid an appropriate wage. You can't get away with paying them like slaves, basically. So they don't, like, they don't need the tip to eat dinner. Yeah, the thing is, here it's a little bit reverse, actually. So the thing is that, like, I mean, we tend to get the nice food, but you can go cheaper. You can totally go cheaper here. The thing is, here, a non-chain restaurant is the standard. Like, there are many, many, many more proper restaurants and small fast food stores than there are, like, chain restaurants. You know, there's, like, yeah, there's a McDonald's in the city near us, but that's it. Like, you don't see the big chains as much here. And the big chains, they actually, like, for what you're getting, they tend to be more expensive. Like, I know I went to a McDonald's once, and, I mean, they were still like €5 burgers, which is, I mean, for a McDonald's burger, that's real fucking expensive. And I think the prices have only gone up now, right? I'm pretty sure they've only gone up. And yeah, I think here, like, most adults earn about, like, I think, like, the minimum for most adults is around 20-ish, like, 20-ish euro, which, I mean, I guess, like, add 10 or 15% to that, and you'd have, like a dollar amount there. I would assume that, like, I would assume that that totally fresh adolescent workers would probably earn less, but like around 20, like 20 more or less. So like 20 to 25, I'd say, is kind of the minimum for, like, yeah, like stuff like cashiering and whatnot. also, God, man, I went to McDonald's literally once here, and that was enough for me. And it's not that, like, honestly, it was the best McDonald's I'd ever had, but it's McDonald's, and by that point in time, like, I had already been to so many good, like, you know, just little fast food restaurants around that, you know, that make that bad food that I like really good. And I can't go back to McDonald's. I can't do it. I tasted the cardboard container that the fries came in. And oh yeah, inflation, like, man, inflation is rough now, although honestly, cost of living, that depends entirely on how you want to live and where you want to live. That's the thing. That's a very regional thing there. Like where we're at, the you know, general costs aren't too bad, although certain, like, I mean, honestly, we spend the most money on groceries, right? Like, that's where most of the money goes, honestly. And certain things, like, they're not as bad as they were, but, like, some prices for some things jump to crazy levels. And then they're coming down, but they're still high. Like, good God, as someone that cooks a lot, getting any kind of, like, sunflower or, you know, any kind of plant oil, right? Like, for a while, it was ridiculous. It's still way higher than it used to be. Like, it used to be here, you could get, like, about a liter of whatever, you know, oil to cook with for about, like, 88 cents. It was about, like, yeah, it was, like, less than 90 cents, right? Now, the same bottle costs, like, the prices vary wildly. They go up and down, but, like, you're gonna be paying between 3 and 5 euros now, when it used to only cost, like 90 cents. But not everything, like, not everything has experienced such a dramatic price inflation. Not everything. Oh yeah, I mean, diet is a lot. Like, the thing is, I mean, just, this is something in general, like, I eat a lot less meat in Europe than I did in the US, and that's because, well, the meat is a lot more expensive. But, I mean, to be fair, it is also higher quality. Like, I guess here's the thing, right? Like the minimum quality beef, let's say, in the US, like, the food standard is so low, you're rolling the dice on whether you're gonna get, like, food poisoning or something from eating that, right? Here, they're not allowed to sell meat that bad. But naturally, it's gonna cost more, so I don't eat as much meat as I used to. Like, it's not an always everyday kind of thing anymore. Though we do probably eat a little more meat than we should. Although eggs we kind of luck out on, because the wife's parents, they have chickens. They have a bunch of chickens. They just raise them in the garden, right? And there's often just some extra eggs to go around. Sometimes, depending on the season, they can't get rid of the eggs fast enough. And they're good eggs. Like, they're real, like, they are way better quality than supermarket eggs. So we kind of luck out on that one. Man, if we didn't have cats, and and we had a bit more space for it, like, God, I'd love to have a pet chicken, just for the eggs. But yeah, I'd say, I don't know. I don't think inflation is nearly as bad as it could be here. It's just certain things. Like, certain things inflate more than others, so yeah, some change of diet. And honestly, like, often the change of diet is eat more vegetables and, you know, more vegetables and potatoes and things like. And honestly, that's usually a good change. It's usually a change for the better. And oh yeah, I mean, look, chickens are adorable. Like, we interact with the chickens a lot. Like God, they are soft. They are like they are fluffy cat soft, right? They're real dumb though. Like, chickens are real dumb. Honestly, they like, there's already, like, one of the chickens has already killed itself, like, just getting stuck in a fence, right? Like, they're very dumb animals and they die constantly. Like, it's hard to keep chickens alive, honestly. Like, they just love getting themselves in danger. But on the plus side, you know, as long as they don't die from, like, disease or something like that, like wild animal attack, well, that's fresh chicken. We actually have one of the chickens that, like, there were multiple male chickens for a while, and you can't have that. Like, they will kill each other. So when there's extra male chickens, like, yeah, they let them grow up a little bit, and then they have them butchered. And we got one. We have one of the former pet chickens just in the freezer. We're gonna use it as like a soup chicken at some point. But really, like, yeah, like, even just having to take care of those chickens occasionally, you realize, man, they are, like, life is fragile, especially for a chicken. Yeah, much more gamey. They're not nearly as meaty as a supermarket chicken, or like a proper, you know, like a place that grows chickens for food, right? These chickens are they're a much smaller breed. They're like a dwarf breed of chicken, so they're just naturally smaller, but also they're much leaner. So there's like barely any fat on them. Like, you can't make chicken nuggets out of them. You can't have a nice big chicken breast, but they work good for soup, right? Like, you can make a good soup chicken, or we have rotisserie one and it was okay, but a little lean, right? It's mostly just that, I mean, you know, if you have a perfectly good chicken that just dies, like, I mean, you know, you can't let that go to waste, right? Yeah, some animals I feel are a little too dumb for this world. You know, it's like, if natural selection were to happen, they wouldn't be around. And yeah, no, like real in quotes chicken. It's yeah, they're very, like, they are very different. Like the chickens over at the wife's parents, like, they I mean, they are still, I mean, they're chickens. They are still kind of, you know, dopey and rounded, but they're not nearly as like as immobily fat as a chicken for a market would be. Also, hey there, Sita. But like, those chickens, they can actually fly a little. Like, their wings have been, like, clipped, but they can still fly a little bit. Like, Like chickens can actually fly. Like when they're not bred to be so fucking fat that they're too heavy to fly. Like they can actually fly. They are actually birds. And those chickens, like they will. Yeah, well, that's part of the problem. They have a stone wall around the property, but like the chickens will fly up and out of it. Like they can fly enough to fly over the fence. Which I'd imagine that's why we, you know, for farms, why we bred them to be so big and fat, like, so they don't fly over the wall. I have never had possum. I have had squirrel, though. I mean, it's also super gamey. I didn't like it. Though at one point, we did have a pet possum. Like, so basically there was a possum, I remember as a kid, there was a possum that was kind of like, you know, it was being a pest, right? And we didn't want to kill it. I mean, the plan was to catch it and, like, release it somewhere else in the wilds, just so it wasn't on the property anymore, and, I mean, we caught it in a cage, in a trap, but then we just sort of, like, for a little while, because it was adorable, we just kept it as a pet for, you know, just, like 2 weeks or so. We kept it as a pet. Most adorable possum. Most awesome of possum. And no, Cito, those look, chickens that are in good shape without flip wings, like they can fly up into a tree. Like they can get some ground, they can get some distance. But I'd say maybe it's only certain breeds of chicken. That's another thing. Like the chickens over at Dunna's parents, like they're like a breed of dwarf chicken that they look very different than like the typical chicken that you think of as being a farm chicken. They're way smaller and leaner, and they have generally a little more wing too. Like they look more like, I mean, honestly, they remind me of, like, very large pigeons. And, well, I mean, we only kept the possum for a little bit because, I mean, the plan was to release it into the wild, you know, so didn't want to get too attached to it. And yes, Cito, you can see by my ninja headband, I have gone full Naruto. I have ninja magics as well. I have the best of ninja magics. And yeah, Cito, like, no, dwarf chickens are adorable. Or, Vexus, god, names, ugh. But, Vexus, like, dwarf chickens are adorable. I don't know, they're also really, like, the standard kind of farm chicken, they tend to be a little more aggressive. Like, they're bigger and more aggressive. Dwarf chickens are, like, the rooster never got aggressive with us. It tries to mount the chickens frequently, but I mean, that's what roosters do. But, they're a lot less, like, pecky and fighty than bigger chickens. So I'd say they probably make better pets, actually. Well, no, oh, dwarf chickens come in lots of varieties. Like, we have a lot of you know, Dunna's parents have a lot of the brown ones, but also they've got, they have a very beautiful white and black spotted one. Like, it has, like, white and black spots and stripes. It's like a snow chicken, right? It looks great. Also, hold up, to demonstrate ninja magic. Hyoton Ichi! You gotta, look, you have to yell out the spell you're casting. That's the rules. Oh, quails. Man, I've had quail eggs. Those are good. They're so tiny. But I don't know. I don't know too much about quails, although they do look cool. They look quite cool. See, yeah, we don't get like the cool hand motions. You just sort of do the hand to forehead motion when you do your ninja magic here. you need like I think in Final Fantasy 14, I'm pretty sure ninja does like they do the Naruto hands in FF14. Let's see, I saw a skeleton over here. Yep. I'ma fight that skeleton. Oh, kinda lost my target there. Oh, I think now my shadows are probably gonna get ripped off. Yeah, there goes one. Let's see, this Tinker, level 15. Oh, rats. I used to have pet rats as a kid. I had way too many rats in much too small of a space. But rats can have adorable fur patterns. And they're very soft. Only a little cannibalism. Though actually, no, the rats didn't cannibalize. I also kept mice for a very short time. The mice, those cannibalized the babies. That was messy. But the rats didn't do that. Oh, gotta put my Utsusemi back on. I lost all my shadows, so hold up. Utsusemi Ichi, which Ichi is 1 in Moon Runes. So they do go by like the naming convention here, like as the ninja levels up, like the first tier of their spells is Ichi, and then the second tier is Ni. So just 1 and 2. Oh, that ghast or ghost that's level 21. No, thank you. Yeah, I mean, mice are still a very intelligent rodent. But mice are not nearly as social and intelligent as rats. Like, mice tend to also be a lot more aggressive. Or at least they're more prone to being aggressive than rats. So I wouldn't say they're as good of a pet. Let's see, what weapon skills have I got? Okay, I got... Fire off a Retsu on this one. Alright, attack! Blade! Retsu! Again, we have to be in character as a ninja, alright? Though I am only half ninja, Look, I'm gonna keep that Beastmaster sub job, alright? I will have my Pokemon pet at all times. I can't help it, it's just so good for soloing. And I'd say for rats, I mean, you need... I feel like with rats you need 2 as a bare minimum, but I think honestly they do better in groups. So like I think you'd want like at least 3 maybe, like 3 or 4. Like rats are like they are really social animals. Like they do best when they have groups that they can do their thing with. Oh, got a decharm here. There we go. Back under control. Yeah, man, hamsters, I mean, they're just angry, aren't they? Though I will say, guinea pigs, I don't know, they seem like they'd be a lot of fun. But, yeah, I don't know, I've had, I had the rats, I've had lizards over the years, but they didn't do well when I was a kid. I didn't take care of them properly. Let's see, I had, well, we had a dog. Yeah, I had a dog when I was a kid. The thing is, we didn't, like, get the dog or anything. It was literally just a dog, like, a dog showed up one day with no collar or anything. It just showed up. And we just kept it. Like, we asked around, you know, put up the posters, is this your dog? But never got claimed, so... had a dog for many years. And then we had cats too, though they were mostly outdoor cats. And yeah, lizards, I mean, see nowadays we have, well, the wife has a bearded dragon. She really likes that. Like, she's big on reptiles, me not so much, but man, the amount of setup and preparation to properly care for a reptile is... It's not nearly as simple as a cat or a dog or even a rodent. Like, there's so much to take into account just to keep it alive. Oh, hey, look, in the link shell chat, it's always this one guy I notice where he's like, oh, he really hates the Beastmaster jug pets on this server. Like, he hates how they're so good. Well, look, those pet jugs. I'm all about the jugs, all right. The bigger, the better. I mean. Like, man, having to charm a pet, that sucks. Because you know it's gonna flip. You know it's gonna turn on you and attack you in the middle of combat. Like, it's gonna happen. Oh, I'm not getting items anymore. I have to drop something. This flintstone is worthless. Okay. Got 5 bat wings. I need more. Well, it's the way that you summon pets as a Beastmaster. Like, right now I'm charming, right? And that's one way to get a pet. The other way to get a pet as a Beastmaster is to use a pet jug. And it just summons the pet out of thin air like a Pokemon, right? So, like, you buy the crab jug, it summons a crab pet, etc., right? And the jug pets are... Well, like, so classically the jug pets, the idea behind them was that it... Like, I guess the idea was that if you couldn't charm a pet, you at least had something that you could use, right? The problem is that they were mostly worthless because they would always summon in way lower level than you, so you couldn't really use them for much, right? But on this server, they always spawn in equal level to the Beastmaster, so instead of charming, Beastmasters generally use the jug pets. And honestly, it works out so much better, it feels so much better, like it's a good change. It makes Beastmaster actually viable for like EXP parties too, because like a lower level pet isn't gonna do anything in a party. But an equal level pet, no, that works real good. That works pretty good. Also, let's see, where have I wandered off to? Where am I? Okay, I'm on the south end of this lake. Yeah, I know, right? Like having a pet that is just equal level to you, like, yeah, that's fair, right? Exactly. Exactly, that's fair. Like, that is one of those good changes. But so many people on this server are just angry about it. Like, I think it's that a lot of people think Beastmaster, like, they're too good at soloing. But literally, Beastmaster has always been for soloing. Like, that's what they do. So they should be good at it, right? Like, what sense does it make to have a class that's main purpose is to solo, but then they suck at it, right? Like, what's the point of that? Like, there's a lot of those weird game design decisions that, you know, they're classic to FF11, but they weren't necessarily good, right? Like, room for improvement, shall we say. Yeah, so I think it's just, yeah, it's just better that the things work this way here. Like, I think it's the way to do it. And hey, it actually helps to move the economy of the game too, because jug pets, I mean, you know, you have to craft them, right? Like, you've got to craft those pet jugs, so it helps to move the crafting economy. That's only a good thing, if you ask me. And charming still has a use, like, you can only use jug pets if you're a Beastmaster main. Like, right now I'm just a Beastmaster secondary, so I can't use the jugs, because you need Beastmaster to equip it. So charming still has a place, it's just you charm more when you're not a Beastmaster and you're just sub-jobbing it. Oh, we're getting the R0! The R0! Oh no, this is a long R0. Yes, like server connection going down. But wait, actually, this one is an intended one. I just realized it's, yeah, it's 5 o'clock here, which that is when the server does its daily reset. So they don't take the servers down to reset them. They just sort of, like, everyone just lags out for a minute when it's a new server day. I guess it works, you know? I guess that's preferable to having to take the servers down. Like, I understand why it works this way. Like, there's so much in Final Fantasy XI that is dependent on the day. Like every time a new day rolls over, there's so many variables that are changing. So I get why, okay, that can cause a bit of a server tick, right? Like, I get it. I mean, honestly, this, like, as far as private servers go, this is pretty good. And, like, I understand why they have this issue. Like, there is a lot in FF11 that happens when the day rolls over. Like there's a lot of background things that are happening, and so I do get it. Like it's not an uncommon thing for these private servers to have that sort of moment of lag when the day is rolling over. I can forgive that. I mean, that said, like, as far as private servers in general go for, like, MMOs, I mean, you know, I'd say the best private server that I've ever been on for any game would be City of Heroes. Like, City of Heroes Homecoming, that is, I want to say that is the best server cluster, because they have multiple servers. Like, I'd say that is run the most smoothly and professionally, but honestly, as far as private servers go, that's kind of an outlier. Like, most private servers are much worse in quality than this. Like, way worse. Like, there's only a few that are really, like, professional quality good. Oh no, I'm not hunting for rock salt. I'm just getting it as a consequence of what I'm killing. I mean, what I'm doing is I'm trying to just level up. Like, I'm literally just leveling right now. And my inventory's getting full, so I'm get rid of some of the less valuable things. So I'm level 18 ninja right now. My goal for the moment is to get whatever job I want to use as a sub job, to get it up to like level 25. Because right now my max level is 50, and I can't level up anymore till I do the limit break quest. And then I can level up to 55, and then you have to do another limit break. Every 5 levels after 50, like starting at 50, you have to do a big, insanely, like, difficult level, level limit quest in order to go 5 levels higher. And it just gets harder and harder the higher you go. So for right now, I'm just, like, 50 is my max, and I'm okay with that for now. So I'm just working to be, like, the best I can be at level 50. Metin 2, I know I've heard of that. Like, I've heard of it, but I don't know too much about that. I mean, one thing I would like to try on a private server, because there is no live server anymore, I would really like to try a Chiron's Call 1 private server. I know they exist, but I haven't really found one to get onto, but I know they're around. Like, I never got into a Chiron's Call, but I know that's considered to be like a classic MMO that a lot of people loved back in the day. So I've always wanted to try it out. Well, it's spelled with an A. It's A-S-H-E-R-O-N. So I assume that's pronounced a Chiron's Call. I have never heard it pronounced, but I'd assume that's how it goes. The only thing about a Chiron's Call is that it is a full open PvP game. Like, PvP was a very large part of the game, but it's considered a classic RPG, like a classic MMO. Like, people consider it highly much like EverQuest, right, as being one of those granddaddy MMOs. Although I don't think a Chiron's Call was ever... I I don't think it was ever anywhere near as popular as EverQuest, but still. Also, hold up. I really need to use my ninja magic more. It's so, I get in this trap where I mean, I don't really need to use it. It makes everything easier though. And honestly, I chose two ninja magics that are fairly cheap to cast. Like, these are the only, yeah, these two are like the only spells that the ingredient to cast it sells for like 2,000 gil a stack. Like, everything else is like 10,000 gil for a 99 stack. So I shouldn't feel too bad about using these. I should use them and level my skills up. Which I still, man, like for people that play Ninja the way it's intended to be played, I feel so bad for them. I mean, unless they're like mega rich, right? Like if they're sitting on millions of gil, then I don't feel bad for them at all. They can, you know, throw it in a fire, right? But for a normal player, like, God, Ninja's just one of those classes that it's way more gil intensive than it needs to be. I guess the trade-off is it's pretty fucking good if you have the money for it. Like, think about it. Ninja spells, they're not as powerful as black mage spells, but they're up there. Like, they're quite powerful. They're quite potent. And I guess you could kind of equate them to black magic damage spells, but they don't cost any MP. Like, they cost no MP, so theoretically, if you have a bag full of reagents, you can just spam your damage spells over and over as much as you like, right? It's like a black mage that doesn't have an MP bar. So I get it. I get why it costs so much, because that's the limiting factor, right? You need some kind of limiting factor with abilities that good. Oh, it died. I'll just take this one. It's not too injured. Let's see, how deep am I? I'm not halfway through my level. I don't really want to burn another EXP ring. I need to go back to town. I have too much stuff in my inventory. Yeah, I keep having to dump things. But, you know, like I said earlier, the idea that if you really want to be like the best ninja you can be, that you're gonna have anywhere from like 40 to 60,000 gil worth of spellcasting reagents in your inventory, and that you're gonna be burning through that constantly. That is a terrifying thought to, like, look, I got 270,000 gil, but like, not if I buy my ninja powders, right? And also, yes, look, the naming conventions in this are perfect. This is Square Enix. They are masterminds. They are brilliant, innovators of our time. They came up with only the best enemy names. Though I do feel like a lot of the names in the game, I feel like that was just the translators going nuts and doing whatever they wanted. just remembered there's oh, you know what? Like I should make a little addendum to my assertion that you'd have to have about 40 to 60,000 gil on you to be a good ninja. Addendum, you can make that about 80,000 gil. Because, oh, there's one other thing other than ninja powders that you should be using as a ninja, and I'm not. Shurikens. You know, throwing stars. Ninjas get throwing stars, which cost money. Like, they are physical items you have to throw. So really, if I wanted to be the best ninja I can be, I would have about like 8 different types of ninja powders in my inventory, you know, that cost like 10k each. I would have multiple stacks of shurikens to throw, because they actually do very good damage. And that would cost a couple thousand each stack as well. I'm trying to think, also, if I really wanted to be a good ninja, I should be eating sushi. That actually gives good stats. Like I should be eating sushi or myth kebabs. Those would give me appropriate stats to do more damage and to tank better too. And what else? What else could we throw on? Like, that's the great thing, is that when it comes to certain classes in this game, there is no upper limit to how much gil you can spend to do mundane tasks. Like, if you want to, you can join an EXP party, and over the course of, like, I don't know, 2 hours, you could spend like 100,000 gil to be like, you know, top performing party member, right? Or you could just spend nothing and just sort of coast along. I mean, both work, but... Oh, we don't allow body pillows around here. There will be no marrying of pillows here. But yeah, like definitely some classes in this game are cheaper than others. I mean, like being a Beastmaster, right? Like as a Beastmaster, I don't need armor. I got a pet, right? Like I don't have to worry about my personal defense at all as a Beastmaster. Like I just don't buy armor. Weapons. I mean, as a Beastmaster, like yeah, I have jug pets. I don't, you know, if I have a good weapon, that's great. But I don't need it, so I can, basically you can ignore your equipment, and by extension, I mean your stats don't really matter that much either if you don't, you know, like if you don't care, like it doesn't really matter, you'll kill things pretty good all the same as long as you have a pet out. Like the only thing you really have to buy as a Beastmaster is jug pets, and some of the good ones can get very expensive, but you don't need the good ones, you just need anything, really. Now, I guess, of course, you know, if you wanted to push the best performance you could possibly push, then, okay, yeah, you probably would want to have, I don't know, like, yeah, you'd want to use the good jug pets, you would probably want to have, like, actual armor with decent stats on it, you'd want to have a good weapon, and I guess you would want to use food, too. I mean, you know, if you really want to try hard, right? But I guess the thing is that as a Beastmaster, you don't have to. Like, doing those things will certainly help. It'll make things go quicker, but you really don't have to. Like, the class plays fine with or without spending a ton of money on it. But then you take Ninja, and, I mean, for what I'm doing right now, just Beastmaster soloing, like, I'm not really utilizing Ninja very well. Like, I'm getting more use out of Beastmaster than Ninja. For that, like, yeah, I don't have to spend much, but if I wanted to join a party... Oh, the wife is hungry, so it is that time. She got the cat meowing. Oh. Oh. But, okay, so I guess to close out, I'll just kind of end my thought there. That is, like, some classes you don't have to spend any gil on, and you can more or less function, right? Like, obviously you'll function better if you put more into it. But then some classes like Ninja, I mean, like, if you're not willing to spend gil on Ninja, you're just gonna be bad. like, you're going to drag your party down if you don't spend out the ass. So, in that way, it is kind of unfair, you know? Very unfair, but it is what it is. Anyway, everyone's hungry now. I'm hungry too. So, oh, he's looking at me and meowing. I'll give him something. But let's get out of here. All right, let's shut it down. I will play a little more later tonight, I think. Like after I do dinner, so it won't be too long. So anybody wants to play, after I do dinner, I'll hop on Discord. So just shoot me a message on Discord if anybody wants to hop on Horizon. I have no problem sinking down to like level 10 and helping people out. Alright, let's get out of here. It's dinner time! Dinner time! So let's go back to our main screen. Alright, so thanks for showing up. I'm sorry that I am so congested still. You know, so low energy, all nasally. Sorry about that. Allergies are in fact a bitch. But I'll try to be back again tomorrow, although if I'm feeling good enough tomorrow, I would like to do PlayStation stuff over on Kick. So tomorrow, if we're all good, we'll do that. If not, we'll just continue doing this, right? Alright, but that's all for now. That's all for today. Sorry if you showed up late, but it's dinner time, so gotta get out of here. But thanks for coming. See you guys next time. Later!